I just want to say that, like, I think there's a tendency as a church member in America, in the West, to see specific aspects of the church and think, well, that's for some people. But like children's ministry, I'm not saying you have to be in there every week, but the need is something that every church member should care about.
Yeah,
And every church member should ask, just like the budget, right? Like every church member should ask, what has God given me that I can use towards this? And that looks different. Some people can give a lot and some people can't give a lot. Same with children's ministry. That is not something that is for Lucas and Greta and their people, right?
Yeah.
Like that is something that matters to all of us.
Yeah.
And I think there are certain things that God helps a church who prioritizes with. Like we believe God has majorly impacted and grown our church because we are prioritizing the kingdom, not just one church. But I would say like children's ministry is the same as well. And like just two stories. One, we've adopted several children. By the way, sometimes when I meet with people, they're like, we just can't give an hour and 15 minutes to children's ministry. And I'm
Talking
like,
on
do
the
you know that
rock.
we have like kids in our house 24/7?
Yeah.
Because of the mission of God. So anyway, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
we're not better than them. I'm just like, so I'm not that awesome. You can do an hour and 15 minutes at
Right,
least
yeah.
every week. But anyway, that's okay. But like my adopted son, who's 6, who, we just said yes to foster care. He was abandoned in the hospital. A couple weeks ago, Christy, his kids ministry teacher told Christy, she was like, he understands the gospel. He understands the gospel. Yes, because of us, but also because of how often he's hearing it in our children's ministry. And when I was listening to PT on the podcast 2 weeks ago talk about how he grew up with the foundation of the church, and then he kind of wandered. But so many people, like, I think because so many people walk away from the church, we are like, or they rebel, we're like, well, children's ministry isn't even that effective. But how many of those kids actually end up coming back?
Right, yeah.
Like so many people do. I mean, some of it's just the way of a 16 to 20-year-old
absolutely.
person, but like they have a kid or an encounter happens and all those things that they've learned. And it's not just about like that one lesson and that one moment. It's about just the collective church body being so committed to the truth of Scripture. Like, and it just keeps producing fruit. And so like the appeal here is, I mean, I think we have an excellent children's ministry that executes excellently, communicates well, has a great vision. But the appeal here is that we are God's people who He's asked to help Him in this.
Yeah.
And I would just say in our church, we are seeing great fruit, and you can be a part of that in some way.